Tom and Giselle. Let's talk about it. I know y'all probably seen everything that was in the news and everything like that with the whole Tom Brady and Giselle thing, getting divorced and all of that, blah blah. Okay, my whole take on it, and it's just perspective, and it's all opinion. Okay, but fellas, you gotta understand one thing. The main key lesson in this, okay? She fell in love with Tom Brady because of who he is, his ambition, his goals, his drive, all that type of stuff, right? Um, at the same time, now they're getting divorced because he doesn't want to stop playing. So my whole opinion on this is, fellas, the same thing they fall in love with you with. Now you could be like a bum ass nigga that like don't want to do nothing, don't want to accomplish anything, have your girl take care of you, and all that type of stuff. But he believed in himself, and he was always chasing his goal. Like he's been playing football since he was young. That was his dream. That was his ambition. That was all he wanted. That's all his motivation was. And then years down the line, blah blah blah, them two ended up together, and he's a top quarterback. Now don't get it twisted. I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I'm not like a fan. Like I respect the man for what he does and what he can do on that field because it's all football. So I won't take that away from him. But at the same time, you look at this type of situation, and she just wants him to walk away from his ambition, so to speak, to raise a family, relax, and blah blah. But it's like I get where he's coming from. It's like it's something that I personally believe. If you kill your ambition, you pretty much kill yourself because there's nothing that you're living for. There's nothing you're striving for. So it's like you can't really get mad at this man for wanting to continue to play, no matter how many times he talks about retiring. I've always looked at it as like, yeah, he gonna come back. Because your duty as a man is not just a provider, not just a leader and all that jazz and everything like that, but it's like before y'all even got married, before y'all even got together, he knew what his purpose was. Football. That's what he loves to do. So you can't expect this man, regardless of whatever goes on in your relationship, you cannot expect this man to kill his ambition because you want him to. Because regardless of everything, before y'all got together, this is who he was. This is what he was chasing. This is what he was about. And you fell in love with him for that reason. Because he wanted to be the best. And now you fall out of love with him for the same reason. Now, I don't know y'all personal shit. I don't really care. I'm on the outside looking in. But at the same time, my take on it is like you want to break up with him and leave him for the same reason. You want him to just sit back, he's accomplished everything in your eyes, and you just want him to relax and just be the multi millionaire that he is, and just be like, he could walk away from the game. That ain't how this works, sweetie. That's not how this goes. As a man, when you get that level of a high value man, he's not gonna stop. You only stop when you dead. Then you can have all the time in the world to rest and relax. You have all the time in the universe because you're not coming back unless you believe in reincarnation. So my whole thing is like, fellas, one thing that a woman will do, they'll fall in love with you because of your ambition, because of your goals, because of your drive, because you believe in something. You believe in a higher version of yourself. You want to be the best at everything you put in front of you. But at the same time, they'll fall out of love with you for the same reason. Because then they'll start to get complacent. Because you really think about it. In their relationship, everybody talks about Tom. Ain't nobody talking about Giselle. It's almost like the same thing with the Steph Curry and Ayesha thing. Won't nobody paying attention to Ayesha ever, ever. It doesn't matter with her being a chef. Nobody was checking for Ayesha. Everybody was watching Steph. Then it hit a point to where everyone wanted a piece of Steph. And ain't nobody talking about Ayesha. But this is where y'all mess up, ladies. He's still being loyal to you. Now he's driven. He's still trying to accomplish and conquer the world. But he still wants you at his side. But now you're jealous. Because everything that pops up on the TV is about him. It ain't about y'all. That causes a problem in the female nature. Because you are who you are, but he is who he is. And he's being the best at everything he does. And now you start to get jealous. Female nature. You start to get jealous. Because it's like, they're not even talking about us and our relationship anymore. They're just talking about you. But you fail to realize that before y'all became a couple and before y'all became one, he was his own individual. He was his own individual. And he never lost sight of his goal. Same thing with Steph. Never lost sight of his goal. When he was a little kid, all he did was play basketball. When Tom was a kid, all he did was play football. So he's not going to let a woman get in front of what his bottom line is. I want to be the best. If you can't get with that, hey, got to move on. Because I'm not going to stop being the best. I'll say for the past couple of years, it could have been 2-3 years or whatever, Tom Brady was talking about retiring. After he'll win a chip, he'll say he's going to retire. Right before a season starts, I want to come back. Because that's his first love. I don't care what you say. You want to be his first love, but you can't be. Because this was instilled in him as a child. This is all he's ever done. So no woman would ever get in front of that. So I'm saying to fellas, don't lose your ambition. Don't slow none of your stuff down for a woman. If you have a goal, if you have a dream to be this upper echelon type of guy, whatever your vision, whatever vision you see for you to be, man, you don't slow that down for no woman at all. One thing I've always heard from women that I've dated, been involved with, or anything, any of that type of stuff, they've always said, you're persistent. You don't stop. You keep going no matter what. And then I just fall in my place. I just stay in my place. But see, that's the difference. Because in these two type of relationships, you have two people that have, I guess you could say, like world class value. I guess you would like, both of y'all are in the public eye. But the woman will start to get jealous because they ain't talking about her no more. They're only talking about him. And you understand that the world wants a piece of him. Everybody want a piece of this dude. Whether it's football, basketball, it don't matter what you good at. Business, it could be anything. Everybody wants to be surrounded by this guy. Everybody wants to talk to this guy. And then they're not showing you any attention because they want to show attention to the dude. But if you a real rider, you just shut your mouth and let him shine. Because no matter what, he's still holding your hand the whole time that he's shining. He's still right here with you. So what you complaining about? It doesn't matter what the public eye sees. It only matters what you and him know. Fuck what everybody else see. Fuck what everybody else talking about. When y'all two are at home and it's just y'all, you know what's up, baby girl. So stop all the extra stuff. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense. I gotta have 12 businesses. If my girl wants to be in the public eye and receive the same amount of recognition as me, but I know you not putting in that same work as me, it's like, yo, you bugging. You bugging. Let me go do this. Let me go talk to these people. Let me go ahead and get all this shit out of the way. I'm gonna be home in a second. Or you could come with me. Because you still a part of everything that I do. Other than when I'm handling my business. When Steph doing them drills, Ayesha ain't there. When Tom is doing practice and training drills, Giselle ain't there. So why do you want your name to be mentioned every time that his name is mentioned? If you know your relationship, if you know where you stand with this man, fuck the world. If you know where you stand with this man, then why are you tripping? I just don't understand, man. Man, you're like that was that was a video for today. Like women will really love you and hate you for the same reason. Before they were there every step of the way. But then once you get way bigger than them, now it's like, oh, if you don't show me this type of attention or if you don't do this, blah blah, then it's like, okay, I want to go. A smart man and a logical man gonna look at that and be like, hey man, you can bounce then. Cause I ain't gonna stop being Steph. I ain't gonna stop being Tom. I was Tom Brady when I was born. I was Stephen Curry when I was born. If you don't like it, hey, it's gonna be your loss because the same thing you want to leave me for, you know how many people are lined up that want to be right where you are? You losing sight of yourself, sweetie. You messing up. It's either you gonna get in line or you gonna fall behind. If you really think about it, what type of guy is Giselle ever gonna find that's better than Tom? What type of guy is Ayesha gonna find that's better than Steph? It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, period. Y'all only gonna go down from here. Because a woman's value decreases over time. A man's value increases. You gotta understand that. Yeah, like y'all really losing sight of all of this type of stuff, ladies. Like I don't understand it. It's very basic. But like I said, man, like look, that was the video for today. I hope females that are not even in those type of situations, I hope y'all are listening too. If your man had multiple cars, had his own place, he making money and doing all this type of stuff, and you got stars in your eyes every time you look at him, don't mess that up because you're gonna get big headed and because your ego is gonna come into play. Don't mess that up. Man, you ain't got nowhere to go from there but down. So enjoy the ride and don't lose focus. Peace.